The quantum relay stations across the Andromeda sector fell silent at 3:47 Galactic Standard Time. Elsa Chen, the communications officer aboard the Covenant's Edge, noticed it first, a cascading failure that swept through every relay like dominoes falling in perfect geometric precision. "David, we have a problem," she said, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface. The neural link embedded at the base of her skull pulsed with incoming data streams, each one terminating in static. Every single relay from here to the Orion arm just went dark. David Torrens looked up from the navigation console, his cybernetic eye whirring as it adjusted focus. The former soldier had seen enough wars to recognize the signature of something catastrophic. Mechanical failure. Impossible. These stations operate on independent quantum cores. The probability of simultaneous failure is... Elsa paused, running calculations through her neural processor. 1 in 10 to the power of 47. So we're not talking about coincidence. We're talking about weaponization. The Covenant's Edge hung in the void between star systems, a research vessel designed for deep space archaeological surveys. Their current mission: investigating the ruins of a pre-spacefaring civilization on a dead planet designated as Target 117. The crew of 23 had been cataloging artifacts for 6 months when the galaxy decided to go silent. David initiated the emergency protocol, sealing the ship's systems from external networks. "Pull up the last coherent transmission. Whatever hit those relays, I want to know what triggered it." Elsa's fingers flew across the interface, reconstructing data packets from the fragmented remains of the last transmission. What emerged made her blood crystallize in her veins. It was a message, not in any known galactic language but in pure mathematical notation, a universal constant that every spacefaring species would understand. The timestamp placed its origin at Earth, humanity's homeworld, approximately 72 hours prior. "That's impossible," David whispered. "Earth has been under quarantine by the Galactic Council for 2 centuries. Nothing gets in or out without their authorization." Elsa decoded the mathematical sequences, translating them into comprehensible format. What appeared on her screen wasn't a plea for help or a declaration of independence. It was a countdown, and attached to it, written in 47 different galactic languages, was a single sentence. "You just signed your extinction." "What the hell did Earth do?" David asked. Elsa dove deeper into the transmission's metadata, her neural implants working overtime to process the encrypted layers. "There's more, hidden beneath the primary message. It's instructions, a blueprint." "For what?" "For a weapon. No, not a weapon, a cascade device. David, this is a theoretical von Neumann machine, but weaponized. It's designed to replicate itself using any available matter and convert quantum relay stations into." The ship's proximity alarms screamed to life. On the view screen, something emerged from the darkness. It looked like a geometric impossibility, a structure that hurt to perceive, its angles defying Euclidean space. The object was roughly the size of a small moon, but its mass readings were off the scale. It pulsed with an eerie luminescence, each pulse sending ripples through the fabric of spacetime itself. "That's one of them," Elsa breathed. "That's what the message created." The device had consumed the nearest relay station, breaking it down to its component atoms and rebuilding itself into something larger, something more efficient. And now it was scanning for its next target. David's hands moved to the weapons console before stopping. Conventional weapons won't even scratch it. That thing is operating on principles we barely understand. "The Galactic Council did this," Elsa said, piecing together the puzzle. 200 years ago, they quarantined Earth not to protect the galaxy from humanity, but to protect humanity from themselves. They saw something in us, our capacity for recursive self-improvement, our tendency toward exponential growth. So they caged us, cut us off, treated us like a virus that needed containment. She pulled up historical records, data that had been classified for generations. But humans don't accept cages. For 2 centuries, Earth's brightest minds worked in secret. They studied the Council's own technology, reverse-engineered quantum mechanics that took other species millennia to develop. And then they built this. She gestured at the monstrosity on their view screen. A message and a weapon combined. A proof of concept. A proof that humanity could destroy them all if pushed too far, David finished. The Cascade device finished consuming the relay station's remains and began moving. Its trajectory calculations appeared on Elsa's screen. It was heading toward the nearest inhabited system, where 17 billion souls called 3 planets home. How do we stop it? David asked. We don't. That's the point. Each device creates 2 more before consuming itself. Exponential growth. In 72 hours, there will be enough of them to dismantle every artificial structure in the galaxy. Space stations, ships, orbital platforms, everything humanity was denied access to for 2 centuries. David stared at the incomprehensible geometry of the approaching device. This is madness, mutually assured destruction. No, Elsa corrected. This is mutually assured extinction. The difference is important. Destruction implies something remains. This. She pulled up projections that showed the Cascade's inevitable conclusion. This leaves nothing but atoms and silence. A new transmission came through, somehow bypassing their isolated systems. It was from Earth, or rather from whatever Earth had become. The message was simple. For 200 years, you treated us like children. You denied us the stars that were our birthright. You called it protection. We call it imprisonment. This is not revenge. This is education. You wanted to know if humanity was ready to join the galactic community. Here is our entrance exam. Stop the Cascade or become its lesson to future civilizations. Never cage a species that dreams of infinity. Elsa looked at David, whose face had gone pale. There has to be a way to stop this. There is, Elsa said quietly, pulling up another layer of Earth's transmission. It's hidden in the original message, a kill switch, but activating it requires something the Council will never agree to. What? Humanity's immediate and unconditional admission to the Galactic Council with full rights and privileges. The quarantine ends, or the galaxy does. Earth gave them 72 hours to decide. David checked the chronometer. 68 hours remained. Will they agree? He asked. Elsa watched the Cascade device disappear into faster-than-light travel, already hunting for its next meal. Somewhere in the galactic core, the Council was likely convening an emergency session, weighing the cost of pride against the cost of extinction. I don't know, she admitted. But humanity just proved something the Council always feared, that we don't just solve problems, we become them. And now the galaxy has to decide which is more terrifying, letting us in or keeping us out. The Covenant's edge hung in the silent void, waiting for an answer that might never come.